Good morning. It's your girl, Tatiana Busted Down, here for the morning rundown. We're just going to give it a few seconds and let the notification go out. Good morning. Good morning. Hey, Relly. How are you? Awesome. All right, guys, we can go ahead and get started. Is it payday? What's today? My payday is on Friday. So Tuesday. Okay. So, guys, let's hop right into it. I want to start off where we left off yesterday. I think the last story yesterday, let me backtrack. The last story yesterday, oh, no, this is page 2. Sorry, guys, just give me a second. Okay, so the last story that we talked about yesterday dealt with Phi Babe, and I do want to continue on that story. I talked about her video versus Bree's video. After that video, that next morning when I woke up, Larry Nelson had made a video to Fi, and Larry Nelson had come live to thank Fi Babe for defending him through that thing with Tanaya. I think that's his daughter's name, Tanaya, because Larry was saying that, Fi was one of the only people who actually called him and asked him if she could make videos exposing that she didn't think that that situation was like 100% copacetic. So Larry Nelson did come live to thank Fi Babe for that, and he gave her a bit of advice. Excuse me. Now, the advice he gave her was he basically said he didn't like all these people coming at her. It made him feel uncomfortable because he knows the type of person she is. And he said that, he wants her to go back to her celebrity news. And, she can do celebrity news and people still listen to her. People still watch her because she is just entertaining, period, no matter what she's talking about. So I'm guessing she saw that video from Larry Nelson because the next day, which was yesterday, we saw that she did come live and she did do entertainment news. So I just wanted to put that little bit of tea out there because I know everybody doesn't watch everybody. Next on the list, I want to talk about Mm. All right, I talked about Larry Nelson. Oh, I want to talk about Heidi. So I was in Heidi's chat yesterday, and it seems that Heidi and Shuga PYT have made their peace. Heidi, in her live yesterday, she was still kind of butthurt about the situation with Sugar, and Sugar came down in her chat and explained everything to her and smoothed things over between her and Heidi. Now Heidi was upset with Sugar because she felt like Sugar didn't defend her when Leo had claimed that Heidi was doing coke in the house. Sugar never said anything, yay or nay one way either way. So Heidi was upset that Sugar didn't make a statement and defend her, but Sugar basically said that she didn't make a statement at all because she likes Heidi and she likes Leo and she did not want to get involved at all in any of that shit. And Heidi accepted that explanation. She understood. So those two have squashed their little bit of baby beef they had going on. Sugar did also say unequivocally she did not see Heidi doing any drugs. Sugar said she did not see anyone doing any hard drugs. Sugar said all she seen was niggas smoking weed here and there. The next thing I saw was Rita. I popped into Rita, and Rita was over there standing in the house in front of a green screen, yelling with horrible audio. Like, I don't know what the fuck happened to her phone. It sounds like she got a bunch of dirt and shit clogged into her microphone, on top of being in a concrete walled, empty room. That's exactly what her fucking, it was terrible, terrible audio mixed with her screaming, hollering, foaming mouth voice. Bitch, I could barely stand it, but I suffered through for my people. Shout out to my motherfucking bitches. So I suffered through, and what I was able to pick up in there is some shit. So Rita started talking about Fi's brother, the one who is in jail. Hey, background. Hey, Huggy Pacino effect. Hey, Sonia Bennett. How are you guys doing this morning? Ooh, hey, Lisa J. So, like I said, Rita started telling this, well, not a story. She was showing tweets back from 2016 that were allegedly from Fi Babe's brother who is in prison. Now, I have his name written down here, but I'm not going to call his name because technically that would be doxing and he's not on the platform. So if you've been paying attention, you know what the man's name is. So Rita was reading not text messages, I'm sorry, tweets from that Fi Babe's brother had sent allegedly back in 2016. And basically those tweets were saying how he was coming home soon and how he missed his family and how he couldn't wait to get home. Also, in one of the tweets, I guess he wrote like a little paragraph or something. Um, in the little paragraph, he wrote, Rita said that the mama would take them to play with disabled children. And then Rita started this thing to where like it was an issue that they were taken, to play with disabled children. Um, And I didn't understand. Well, I understand what Rita's trying to do. She's trying to spin the shit. But for her to try to spin it, it makes no sense because, in my opinion, she has the little baby with autism. So she was basically saying like she would never take her children to play with disabled child. She would take them to a park or to like Chuck E. Cheese or something. And of course, someone like Rita would say that because Rita was raised by Coteria. Not Coteria. What's her name? Katrea. Yeah. Rita was raised by Katrea. And it does not seem to me that that household was steeped anywhere in a church, near a church, dealing with church. So they know nothing of charity work. I grew up in the church, so I know of charity work, and what he was explaining to me sounded like charity work. So, Rita's heathen ass couldn't wrap her head around it, but that's because she is not religious, as far as I can see. She didn't grow up in a religious household. She grew up with a Catrea. So, yeah. So she tried to spin that shit and make it seem like they were growing up in a house full of crazy because Rita was saying the mama, but I believe that her brother was speaking of the grandmother because we know the grandmother was the evangelist, the grandmother was the super Christian, and she was probably most likely the one doing the charity work and taking her grandkids with her as she would do the charity work. That's what people who are Christians who do charity work do, Rita. They take their children with them so they can teach them the benefits of helping others. And it wouldn't surprise me if she did that. If you look at how Fi Babe runs her channel, she does give back more so than, I don't want to say any other content creator because Sean does a good amount of giving back too. But Fi Babe gives back. And there is no ifs, ands, or buts about it. Y'all can try to spin it all you want to. It is what it is. We got eyes, we can see. Okay, see, Sonia Bennett says, yes, we did it with my grandma. We did charity work with my grandma. Now, my grandma wasn't doing charity work in the crazy house. She would do charity work with older elderly people and go to nursing homes. So guess what? I went to a lot of nursing homes as a child, as like a little kid, because the old people, they like to see the little kids come through, even if they're not their own grandchildren. So that's all that was. And Rita's heathen ass tried to spin it into something nefarious and evil, and I didn't appreciate that. So I wanted to let you guys know about that before that spin starts to happen. Next thing I saw, was I went back and I finished watching the replay of Brianna's live. Now, yesterday I was giving Brianna a hard time because she wasn't really saying much in the beginning of her live. I gave her 20 minutes, and you guys know her and Fi were live at the same time. So I paused Brianna and went over to Fi, and then other stuff happened, and then I fell asleep. So I did get a chance to re-watch Brianna's live. And it was a pretty good live. Now, she said she wasn't going to drag Fi. That's the part where I kind of dropped off at. And when I came back, she started dragging Fi. Brianna dragged Fi. She dragged Sean. She dragged Bama. She dragged QB. And she defended her master in chief, Susie L. Cordone, as she should. That's what TSCC is there for, to defend Susie L. Cordone. Bree also said that Ona Lee left a comment about Andy Hollis, Bama's supposed cousin, saying that they came from Facebook and got ran off of Facebook because something went down over on Facebook. So according to Ona Lee, Bama has been problematic. Well, not according to Ona Lee, according to what Ona Lee heard Andy Hollis say. Bama has been problematic. They ran her off from Facebook over here to YouTube, so that's where she came from. She came from Facebook. I don't know about any of that, but y'all know I be digging and looking and hearing and seeing shit. So if I'm digging and looking and hearing and seeing, I'm going to report it to my bitches. It's up to y'all to figure out the rest from there. I'm just telling you what I heard, people. Also, during Bama's live last night, I did hear her say that only 4 people had cash apped her, and I believe her. Like I said, during the night of her live where she was all sad and crying and stuff, um, like I said before, I did not hear her cash app ringing, but I've imagined that she did not have the cash app bell on because it was such a traumatic time, and the thing, the tragedy had just happened. As far as I know, it seemed to be happening kind of in real time. Hey, Manny. Hey, ain't nobody better than me. Hey, Stephanie Renee. So, um, because everything was happening in real time, maybe she didn't have a chance to set up her. I don't know, but she said she only got 4 cash apps during this whole situation. And I also want to point out, during the first live where she was very devastated, I don't remember any of her moderators even pushing her cash app. So that was one of the reasons for me to where I couldn't really wrap my head around the situation in the beginning, because I did not know what her reason was. And I still say that I the way it looks like her reasoning could have been cash, but the evidence here, she only got 4 cash apps. That wasn't her reasoning. I think she wanted support and she wanted sympathy because nobody was cash apping her. Oh, background says she was setting the foundation. So, chow, chow, chow. Oh, yes. Thank you, Manny. It's 17 likes in here and 53 people. Come on, y'all. Lift them big motherfucking ass thumbs up to either like or dislike the video, or you can lift your big fucking thumb to get the fuck out. Get out! I'm kidding. Okay, so what else do I have on here? I got some more stuff, guys. All right, so Bama's video got up to 1.1K as far as what I was seeing. Someone asked her why she would monetize the video of the balloon release and why she would monetize the video of her tragic expressions, and her answer to that was that all my videos are monetized. Yeah. And then the last note that I took on that situation is that Bama backed down and submitted to the Queen of the Jungle. All hail the Queen. Okay. So the next thing, yes, Lisa J, shout out to the nursing homes. Hey, Broken Heart. So the next thing I want to talk about was Fi Babes Live. Hey, December baby. So Five Babes Live, she said she was choosing her words very carefully. She says she has more behind the scenes info. And that behind the scenes info that she has is what changed her mind on the situation. She says she learned a lot of sad shit. She also says she needs us to trust her when she says the narrative that has been put out is not true. And then she humbly apologized to Bama Girl. Very, very humbly apologized. Now, I'm kind of going back and forth on this situation. I figured that there was more, background information that we didn't know. But as Fi Babe stated herself, we are going off the information that we know. Fi Babe is asking her people to trust her when she says the narrative that has been put out is not true. I don't know if I can do that because I am one of those people. I need to be able to see the shit stinking for myself. You can't tell me shit stinking, I believe you. I have to walk up on it and smell it and be like, yep, that shit stank. So for me, I reserve the right to remain very skeptical in this situation because I can't go on blind faith that some shit in the background that we don't know about changes the narrative of this story. I don't want to say that I need to see it because this situation has gone on long enough. That boy's name has been dragged through these streets long enough. So I hope that Bama does not give us any further information. But with that being said, her giving us no further information still puts her in the position to where we don't trust her. It is just something she is going to have to deal with. She made this bed, now she's going to have to lie in it. That's my opinion about that situation. Um, Fi also apologized for dragging Bama's looks and saying to unsub to her page. Um, and I imagine that Bama accepted her apology. Now, just because Bama accepted her apology does not mean that she won't have the constant forever side eye. If it was me, if I was in Bama's position, first of all, I would not have accepted the apology because I am not a forgiving person like that. I've said it several times. So I do appreciate that they have apologized to each other and that the apologies have been accepted. I understand it. They are good friends. And Bama has said herself that her and her actual blood sisters get into fights like that, worse than that. So I guess that's nothing new for her. For me, that's some new shit for me. So I don't think I would be able to stomach that because that's new to me. I don't deal in that type of shit. Um, and then Fi Babe did this thing where she tries to spin the situation back around to Bree. Now, usually, because y'all know I'm a fan of Fi, I like her. The bitch is funny as hell. And when she slaps on a good wig and a good, a good thing of makeup, she looks good. I don't mind watching her and listening to her on my phone. Not at all. But she did this spin. Y'all know how Fi Babe likes to spin, and she's not the only one. Everybody does it, even up to the largest news company. CNN does a spin. Fox News does a spin. It is what it is. You just have to be cognizant within yourself enough to notice the spin, appreciate it, and move along, knowing the actual truth yourself. Welcome to the 70 people. I'm still seeing only 28 likes. Two of those numbers, they don't really go together. So get to moving them fucking thumbs, people. Thank you. I took a lot of notes, goddamn it. Scratching and shit. Come on now. Thank you. So, um, she tries to spin the shit back around to Bree, but this time, usually Fi Babe is a spin queen. She can spin some shit and make you believe or make you see the things the way she's seeing it. This time, I don't think the spin is gonna work, Fi Babe, because the spin that they're trying to use is they're saying that TSCC and Brianna have been coming at Bama for about a month and that they possibly set this shit up. Now, once again, I'm no rogue scholar, but I can add, I can subtract, I can multiply, and I can divide, and I have 20/20 vision, and my hearing is clear. So, with all that being said, there is no way that TSCC set this up because TSCC cannot orchestrate a police officer involved death. Like, y'all can talk about TSCC is all powerful, but these bitches ain't that fucking powerful, especially with a leader who has had her motherfucking her legs chopped off at the knee. Like, VS is fucking castrated right about now. So there is no way with a castrated leader that they could pull off a heist in this magnitude, in my opinion. So that little spin right there, y'all trying to say that TSCC set this up and TSCC been planning this shit for a month. Y'all need to rethink, go back to the drawing board and figure that shit out because it don't make sense. A lot of niggas is calling it out. It don't make sense. It don't make sense. I'm telling you, back away slowly because this ain't the way you want to go. It don't make sense. Hey, hot air, how are you? So, and then, she dragged Bree, Fi dragged Bree a little bit for being the only one who profited on the situation. Excuse me, ma'am. Excuse me, ma'am. Your good friend Bama is over there with videos that have a decent amount of views that are monetized. So you cannot say that Brianna is the only one who is profiting off of this situation because your good Judy by the name of Bama is also profiting off of the situation. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Rasheen 12, hey, thanks for stopping in. Rasheen 12 says, I hate to say it, Bama Girl was boring to me before this. I only came interested during the scam. Yes, she was boring before this, Rasheen 12. And during her live last night with like 1,000 people in there, she was still fucking boring. So I don't expect her to liven up anytime soon. That's just what she is. This is who she is. If you like that shit, then you like that shit. I also wrote down that, I've said it before, Fi is a spin queen, and usually she does it so effortlessly. But on this one, I don't think so. I think this is a back to the drawing board situation. I also put that Fi Babe is one of those smooth over specialists. She has that Olivia Pope type of thing where she can smooth over a situation or kind of spin it towards her benefit. But on this one, you can't spin this one. We seen what we seen. We heard what we heard. Bama may have a little bit of information or I think Fi Babe said Bama has one piece of tea that will shut all this shit down, but I don't ever expect to see it because she does not need to continue to put out things about this boy, about this family. She needs to let it go and just take your medicine. Just take the L, take your medicine. Everybody can't always win. Can't always be on the winning team. You got to take an L sometimes. And now is the time to take the fucking L, in my opinion. Also, I am glad that they are not fighting. Um, like I said, they are friends, and at this point, people need to grab a hold to their actual friends because I just have a feeling like I think this beef sector shit coming into the new year, I think it's gonna get really real around here, like really fucking real. So grab hold to your people who are your ace boon coons, your day ones, and treat them right. Cause you may need them coming up in the future. I just feel like something's coming. can't put a finger on it, but something's coming, something big. Um, I also wrote down that I believe that Bama in this situation is very selfish to keep up all of this drama going in the midst of Yvonne's passing and Gucci's trauma. Like, I don't know what's going on in the household, but I remember what it was like when my brother passed away. And I remember what it was like when, well, not my brother. I don't want to put it to my brother. I'll put it to a family friend, a young family friend. So my dad used to coach football, and one of the young fellas passed away. And even though it wasn't her son, even though it wasn't her godson, my mom was one of those people who was kind of like involved in the funeral planning and just doing a lot of stuff. So I'm people know you have, when you're really actually mourning and grieving, you do not have time for this YouTube bullshit. You just don't. So it makes me question her mourning and grieving, because she seems to be making an exceptional amount of time for this YouTube bullshit. Now she's sitting around saying she ain't watching videos. She ain't watching videos. Okay, fine. You may not be watching videos, but your bitches are watching videos and they calling you and texting you all day. So even though you're not watching, you're still abreast on what's going on, what people are saying, what the temperature of the sector is. And you can't tell me no different. You need to stop, put the phone down, and just be there for your son like an actual human. Pretend it's 1990. Forget all of this fucking internet shit for now. That's all I'm saying. And we are almost at the end. This is the end story coming up right here. Oh, we're 27 minutes. We're doing good. La Grande Finale. So this morning, right before I came live, I saw Demi posting on her community tab. Demi was posting a website to go to for a refund of Fication, like some type of government Better Business Bureau website or whatever. And my question is, Demi, why? Why? Why are you posting some type of website where people can go for a refund? Once again, people, I'm going to say this loudly and clearly in plain English. No one who has paid to go to Fication is complaining. No one who has paid to go to Fication is complaining. Why are you posting websites for people to go to for a refund? No one is going to click that fucking link unless they're a nosy bitch and they want to start trouble. No one who has paid to go to Fication is going to click that link. The people who did pay to go to Fication, if they want their money back, I'm pretty sure they can contact Fi Babe and talk to her. Now, I know people have said in the past that Fi Babe is busy and she doesn't always answer her phone, but no one who has paid for Fication is complaining. Why are you posting websites for people to go to for a refund? You're doing too much when you need to be doing some hair. What the fuck? Oh, you know what? I do have to make a another statement in that one. There was one person who was going to Fication who had an issue and wanted their money back. It was Bama. Bama said she wanted her money back, and then you know what she did? She took it back. They apologized to each other, and Bama took it back. So stop with the fuck shit with the Fication money. Until a bitch who has paid is complaining, I don't want to fucking hear it. Period. All right, guys. So we are to the end. And since we are to the end, we are going to play our end game. So today our end game is TSCC related, since TSCC was a decent amount of this little report thing that I'm doing here. Yes, take it back. So the end game for today is, it's a simple one, but you have to know your history and you have to be a nosy bitch. For a $5 cash app from Tatiana Bust It Down, the question is, I hope all y'all listening, everybody listening? Okay. The question is, what is Susie L. Cordone's astrological sign? What is Susie? So if you know what sign Susie is and you type it in here, you will get a $5 cash app. Mr. YouTube Streets, I don't know what that is. I don't know if you know Mr. YouTube Streets, but Libras are pretty selfish when it comes to this. Oh, you got it, Kitty Cadillac. Libras are pretty selfish when it comes to this sign shit. So I don't even know what anybody else's sign symbol is. So Kitty Cadillac typed in Scorpio and Kitty Cadillac got it. So Kitty Cadillac, if you would like a $5 cash app from Tatiana Bust It Down, please put your cash app in the chat. If you don't have cash app Kitty Cadillac, we can figure out something else. Oh shit. Manny put asshole. Damn, Manny. If you put that first, I would accept it asshole too. I would have accepted asshole. Okay, Tatiana, that's a Scorpio sign. Okay, Mr. YouTube Streets. Well, you did get it, but like I said, Libras are fucking selfish and we don't be paying attention to y'all's other little signs and symbols. We know scales and scales alone, baby. I'm still tripping on Manny put asshole. That's a fucking good one. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, since Mr. YouTube Streets technically got it as well, I'm gonna send both of y'all $5 cash apps. So you have PayPal and Venmo. Well, we ain't gonna do PayPal because I got my real information on PayPal, and you is not finna DOS me, Kitty Cadillac. Uh, I don't know. I don't have Venmo. So let's see. What else could I give you? Oh, you know what, Kitty Cadillac? I will do you a solid. Mr. YouTube Streets, I know you, so I'm going to add you as a moderator. And Kitty Cadillac, I would like to see you back here at least 3 or 4 more times. If I see you back here 3 or 4 more times, you have a moderator stick with your name on it. Since I can't give you any money through PayPal or Venmo, I'll have a stick for you. I just need to see you a few more times and you got it. How's that? So, Mr. YouTube Streets, you have a blue dress now. Use it as you feel fit. We ain't got no rules over here. Mr. YouTube Streets didn't give me a cash app. So, all right, guys, we are out of here. Thank you so much for joining us. This was super fun as usual. And depending on what happens today, I may drop a little video here or there. And depending on how much I can scratch down on this piece of paper, I will see y'all tomorrow. Oh, also, guys, I want to let you know, like, I'm not going to be doing this every day because, as you know, some days are slow in the beef sector. And when days are slow, I watch other stuff. Lately, I have been binge watching Iron Chef episodes, the old school Iron Chef episodes. If you like Iron Chef and you want to binge watch all the old episodes, I have a playlist on my playlist tab. You can click it and scroll down and it'll say Iron Chef episodes. So that's what I'll be doing when I'm not watching the beef. So I will talk to y'all tomorrow as long as I can scratch down a decent amount to talk about. It's your girl, Tatiana Bust It Down. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you have not hit the like button or the dislike button, please consider doing that now. And I will see y'all soon. Peace.